From Tobacco Republic in Loomis, California, the Loomis Cigar Cartel presents Beyond the Humidor, a cigar podcast for the rest of us. Hey everybody, welcome back. Scott Robinson with you here on Beyond the Humidor. I'm not going to go into a rant, I'm just going to make a comment.
What?
Normally, we have breakfast before the show and then we head over here to do the show. My phone accuses me of being a drunk. I have one of those iPhones and basically it predicts or thinks it knows where you're going to go. So as soon as I get into the car, it doesn't say that Tobacco Republic is, 5-10 minutes away. It tells me the bar next door is 5 or 10 minutes away. Yeah, my phone accuses me of being a drunk, which is so far from the truth. Isn't that right, Greg?
Absolutely.
That sounded sincere, didn't it?
No shit.
Woo. Larry.
Sir.
He watched the episode.
The In the Woods episode, the first one?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, all I got to say is, wow.
Yeah, how do you think we felt seeing it live?
I got to see this episode.
Dude,
You guys,
I still feel bad for Reno.
he didn't look like a hostage.
Yeah, really? Really? You're just saying that because it's your dog and you feel bad.
Or did he look more like Snoopy laying on his doghouse saying, I need food?
No, man, Reno was looking for an escape route. Every time Scott had pet him, it was just like, yeah. The dog's like, Jesus Christ, man, take it easy. I'm only 1.5 pounds, or whatever he is. But yeah, it was funny.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I finally sat down and took a look at it. Kind of a hard watch.
It was kind of a hard ride.
Yeah.
So, hey, we got to rethink this breakfast thing, man. Because I'm ready for a nap. That's 14 pounds of food this early in the morning is just not a good idea.
Well, dude, no one was shoving it down your throat.
Look at that. Yeah. All right. I'm trying to look out for the health of all of us, but no, it's all right.
No.
Slap the fat kid around. It's
Hey,
fine.
and the sad part is our guest is the thinnest friggin' person here.
Dude.
Yeah, and he sucked down them 2 Mickey Mouse pancakes in about 1.5 minutes.
3.
Oh, pardon me.
Thank you.
Thank God for the 2 blueberries.
Credit where credit's due here.
Dude, no one stopped you from ordering the oatmeal or the fruit plate. What did you get? The ginormous scramble?
Oatmeal or fruit plate.
Yeah. Take it easy, man.
I'm just saying.
Hey, I'm trying to throw in a little bit of just precaution, and you go right to oatmeal and fruit plate.
I got
Remember, Larry, this is also the man that cooks pork belly burn ends for us and now is talking healthy.
Yeah, screw you and your burn ends, you jackass. I'm a little disappointed you didn't wear your pork hub or pork rub. Oops.
Wow.
Hey, same thing.
Oh, sure. Put me out on Front Street.
With your pork rub shirt. So for those of you who don't watch the YouTube channel, we all screwed up last episode, and Larry's wife pointed it out to us. I gave him a gift. So it was a 3XL black t-shirt with pork rub on there with a well-known logo that everybody knows with a yellow end on it.
A spoof on a very well-known logo.
Yep.
So
Wait. I just got to ask the question. Why the fuck you had to give him the size? He described it with yeah, I got him a black 3X shirt because he's a
bell bottom.
Well, I could have gotten you a 4, but they didn't have one, and then I would have known I would have got punched.
So I get a text or an email. I think it was email at work, like Wednesday. What did Greg get, Scott? Not, hey, I'm listening to the latest episode. All I get is, what did Greg get, Scott? And I'm like, type back, what the hell are you talking about? On the last show. And I honestly didn't remember. I'm neck deep in trying to get stuff done at work. I honestly didn't remember. I'm like, I don't know. I don't remember. So at some point, I don't know if she asked somebody else or she figured it out or whatever. She goes, not everybody watches this on YouTube. You guys got to explain what you're talking about. Descriptive. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
It's funny because Tiny Wife said the same thing to me.
And I think it's these short women that notice stuff more than other people, because that seems to get the feedback. And I can't give her too much trouble, because both of them they got good points, and it's nice because you get good feedback from short women as opposed to short guys. You see a group of short guys, they're like, "Ooh, man, they're going to start a fight." They're just angry all the time.
I'm thinking your wife and my wife had a meeting to discuss this.
We could only hope.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
I think they're independently crazy, but God bless you and your meeting theory, sir.
Yeah, well. Anyway, as you can see, we are a foursome on this episode rather than a threesome. We have our...
Tea time is at 10 o'clock, Robinson.
I was going to say, it sounds like we're talking dirty here.
Yeah, I didn't say, don't ever say threesome on this again.
Get your mind out the gutter.
I didn't agree to an orgy.
There we go.
Wow, that got silent real quick.
I got nothing.
I'm just saying, you boys ain't ready for that kind of party.
Whoa!
Okay.
No, we have standards.
Thanks for that information, chocolate dinosaur.
Moving on. We have our resident tobacconist.
Tobacconist?
What the hell, man?
Are we going back to Honduran, too?
Are you still hungover from that camping trip or something?
And the Chrysler Cordoba.
So let me take this here.
No. I have to redeem myself.
Okay, go
our
ahead.
Resident tobacconist. Everyone happy?
You'd be the guy they hired before Ricardo Montalban. Instead of rich Corinthian leather, you say rich Cabinthian leather.
Y'all jacked up.
Hey, don't knock it until you've had some Cabinthian.
So you want to continue there, Robinson?
I forgot where we were.
Go ahead, Greg.
So last week was the PCA 2021. That is the Premium Cigar Association, formerly IPCPR. Please don't ask me to remember what that is. But, we didn't get to go. We're not members.
Womp womp.
Fortunately, though, Craig was able to go. So Craig has joined us today to discuss the show and what he's seen and things like that. But, maybe we get into a little bit of Craig. What do you got all three of us smoking?
So, Larry is smoking the Sergeant from Ace Prime, and the blender is Eladio Pichardo, and he was the guy who created the Partagas Series E number 4, the Series E, and he's a 4th generation tobacco grower. Why are you screwing with my mic here?
Because you're so loud and you're peeking out.
Oh, okay. Where was I?
Fourth generation tobacco grower.
Right. So, and it was named after a soldier whose name I can't remember. And that cigar and we also have his cigars coming in because they were spectacular.
No, this is an amazing cigar. I cut this with a small V cut and lit it right before we got fired up on the recording today, and even the first 2 draws, just an amazing flavor on this. I can't wait to get these in the shop and learn a little bit more about them.
All right, and don't ask me what Robinson's smoking because I couldn't take notes fast enough and I can't remember.
Well, whatever it may be, I understand it's a PCA exclusive.
Yeah, it was a PCA exclusive from Crown Head.
Okay, well, that's a pity because it is a very fine smoke, very full body, tasty. As far as the notes go, again, I wouldn't say woodsy.
That's a shocker.
Wow.
Can everyone see that?
For those of you that are not on YouTube,
yeah,
that would be Scott giving Greg the 1-finger salute.
So it's not woodsy.
It's not woodsy. Very unique taste. I would say
Is it a little more yogi than woodsy, or what are we at?
Lamb, banana, and bear poop.
Yeah.
I was going to say maybe Justin Timberlake and Boo Boo.
Oh, wow.
He actually played. He did the voice for Boo Boo in one of those terrible movies.
Oh God.
And he was actually really good at it. That's the fun part.
Wow.
Trying to do somewhat of a
just
retro
saying.
hill in this. Trying to like nail the taste down, and I can't really nail it. I just know it's a full body, very tasty, but I can't give it a description, unfortunately. I really suck at reviews. Honestly.
Maybe when we get through a little further into the show, you'll have a better idea.
Yeah,
Because we'll circle back around again.
let's do that.
What's Happy Greg got going on here?
So I've got the Rocky Patel 60th. It's in celebration of his 60th birthday. It's box press. Mexican San Andreas wrapper, Craig?
Mexican San Andreas Maduro.
Maduro wrapper. And, most of our listeners know I'm not the Maduro guy, but this one, if it's possible for a Maduro to be creamy, this absolutely is. Because it's delicious, and it's got great flavor. Not woodsy either, but more campfire with roasted marshmallow.
Jesus.
Because it has a sweetness in the background, and it's really quite nice.
Not graham cracker.
No,
Cigar
cinnamon.
with a note of cigar.
Hershey's chocolate.
Jesus, you guys.
So, and Craig, I noticed you've got the Avo.
Ritmos.
Thank you, Ritmos, which was our cigar of the month back in March.
It's a good cigar. I've been trying to get people to smoke this for quite a while because it's an underappreciated gem in South American tobacco, Peru, Brazil, and somewhere else. Real smooth medium, a little bit of sweetness. It's just a really good cigar, and I like it.
Yeah, we enjoyed that when we did that for the Cigar of the Month.
Yeah, and
Yeah, so did I.
It's in my regular rotation now every once in a while.
Yep.
Look at you.
So, tell us, Craig. Tell us a little bit about your trip. I'm really interested to hear about some of the new trends that are going on with the cigar manufacturers. I know you did a lot of networking and whatnot.
Well, do we want to start with bitching about the heat or the airports, or the fact that my favorite part was I couldn't figure out how to turn the lights on in my hotel room?
Yeah, let's start with that. Why not?
Oh, God. So we get to the Palazzo, and I walk in, and I don't see it. It's to my left, right next to the door, and I've never seen one before in a hotel room. So I walk in, and I flip the bathroom lights because they're the closest one. They're not coming on. So I go into the room, and I flip all the other lights that are not coming on. And I tried every light switch, and I didn't find one that worked. So I was just like, well, I guess I'm going to shower in the dark by cell phone light because I'm not going to tell the front desk my lights don't work. I don't really care that much.
He didn't want no trouble.
I don't want no trouble. As long as I can sleep and shower, I'm happy. That's all I need. So then I go downstairs, and we're just waiting for Vicky, and I tell Javaz that, and he looks at me with this look of, like, are you that stupid? And says, there's a master switch right next to the door when you walk in. It's just I flip the switch, and everything just comes on.
Nice.
I felt like
You went to instant studio lighting, huh? That's good.
Yeah.
Ooh. And this is the guy we're getting a bunch of reviews and stuff from today, huh? All
That's right.
Looking forward to it.
I'm good at one thing and nothing else.
All right. So once you got the lighting situation, dealt with, where, what was the next foray into the Craig adventure there?
Well, other than the fact that it was 121 degrees in Las Vegas when we landed, I didn't leave the hotel. If I didn't have to go outside, I wouldn't. It's just miserably hot. And then
That's a record for them, right? That weekend you were there.
It was record hot.
Jeez. Yeah.
Don't forget the story you mentioned about the elevator.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that. That comes a little later. But yeah, I mean, speaking of Justin Timberlake, because even though I don't listen to his music, I really like the guy because he does good music. But anyways, there was a Justin Timberlake concert while we were there. There was a Garth Brooks concert. There was the Conor McGregor UFC fight. Then there was the World Poker Tour and the cigar convention. It was packed. everywhere, just packed, right? So I've never had to stand in line for an elevator before, ever, and let alone 15 minutes. So Vicky and I are standing in line after the show, waiting to go back to the hotel. And this was on Sunday. I think this was right after all that stuff was going on. And right behind us, in the most California Valley Girl accent, two Karens in training, one girl, I'm going to quote her because I was so shocked I couldn't believe what you said. It's like, oh my God, this must be where all the poor people stay. It's just that. It just blew my mind.
Californians, man, we're everywhere.
Yes, we are.
We're entitled assholes.
And we take our disease with us.
Yeah. Good God. Oh.
So what was it? None of us have been there. So what was it like? What was the show like?
Well, you walk in and everybody's smoking constantly.
Well, that's a good thing, I think.
It's a good thing. So you had all these booths set up, and Rocky had this really nice big booth he had set up with these glass displays, and I have the pictures. I'll make sure you get them all so you can put them out there. But these glass displays, beautifully decorated, showcasing his cigars. Then the Fuente booth was this big, wooden cabinets with glass facings, and they had the cigars in there with other decorations and some little vintage toys and other things. It looked really good all the way around. And then Padron had their display was just, I don't want to say elegant because that's kind of what Ellie Blue was, simple and elegant. Padron was this big wood glass with pictures of the family, their cigars nicely displayed. It looked really nice. I like that one. And then you had, what was the other one that was really cool, right? The DuPont cabinet. They had a relatively large one, these nice, simple glass displays with all their pens and lighters and the new Space Odyssey set, this really nice piece that you'd sit on your desk because the lighter's too big to fit in your pocket, almost like the lunar lander. And that's the holder for the lighter. And then it had the matching pen as well and some cufflinks. It's just beautiful with this whole space theme.
Now, did I tell you guys what Ron did to me a while back with the DuPont stuff?
What?
I'm sitting in here one Thursday night, and then Ron's the proprietor here where we do the show, and he hands me a box. He goes, "What do you think? Look at this." And I open it up, and I'm looking at a really nice pen. I'm looking at it, and I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. He's like, hey, don't touch that. What do you mean don't touch it? What'd you hand me the damn box for? I'm all, what is this? DuPont? How much is this? $1,850 pen. I couldn't turn loose that thing fast enough. Why'd you hand it to a gorilla like me? Good grief, man.
Well, speaking of pens.
I bought that pen.
Yeah.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Well, I had the lighter that matches, and then I had to get the cufflinks that matches.
Of course he did.
Of course I did.
I got nothing. Dude, that pen is more than my first car.
Yeah, it's probably worth more than my car, too.
Yeah, that's true. I've seen what you drive.
The VW
I'm sorry to get us sidetracked, but I had to throw the pin out there. I've known Ron for 22 years, and this man hands me an $1,850 pin. You have lost your damn mind.
Well, you never know unless you try, right?
Well, you know who else has got a DuPont pen, don't you? Craig Stevens.
That's right.
He's got a DuPont lighter and matching pen.
He got that when he was in Paris, didn't he?
Yes, he did, from the DuPont store on the Champs-Élysées.
That's right. I remember him talking about that.
Mm-hmm. It was his wedding present to himself. Congratulations, by the way, on your son. Good thing he looks like his mother.
Wow.
Or my condolences, whichever you prefer.
Now,
here's a guy looks like Elmer Fudd telling somebody that he's glad their son looks like his mother.
Well, shit, he hunts like Elmer Fudd, so.
Shh. We're hunting wabbits.
No, we're hunting weir.
Wow.
Anyway.
Courtesy laugh.
Yeah,
all right. Yeah. Circling back around.
Yes,
that,
please.
you know that's Scott's favorite term, right?
No, it's not.
So, Craig, were there any vendors that thought outside the box?
In what way do you mean?
I'm just doing that to piss off Scott.
You got an axe to grind on that one, Scott?
So anyway,
I got a liquor bottle that I can hurl across.
hey, what happened to...
That is, yeah. See how calmly I did that?
So anyway, please continue, Craig.
Yes.
So we're gonna back up a little bit. I think it was Friday night. There was a party, and I'll walk into this room and because it's in the convention, like in the Sands Expo. You know those big giant halls that they have tons of room. So I walk in and there's just this sea of people, just standing around and smoking. And I walked around for nearly an hour trying to find somebody I knew, and I ran into Barry from Oscar, and I ran into Oscar. I mean, it was kind of hard to miss. Oscar was wearing this bright red blazer, so he stood out. But there's just this giant sea of people standing around and smoking. There's a ton of people there. And I don't have much more to say about that because I wanted to get out of there as quickly as possible. It was so loud and noisy, but and crowded. But I stuck around for the whole time. Then we went to the after party at the bar right in front of the Palazzo, you know, the one right on the casino floor, where it's just packed in. People are just standing on the stairs, standing around the bar. There's people everywhere. And I ran into... It's okay, I forgot. I'll come back to that.
All right, good times.
Well, let's talk cigars. Anything that caught your eye? Any new trends or, anything that really poked out that was of true interest?
Well, there was the McFly by Oscar. That was one that we were severely interested in. And it's a San Andreas wrapper, but it's not Maduroed. And the packaging, like if you see the Superfly, right, it looks like it's right out of the 70s. And
Right.
the McFly kind of follows that trend, like almost like it could be part of the Back to the Future poster board.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a cool looking band.
Okay.
Now, did you get to try that cigar?
I did. I smoked it. It was pretty smooth. I mean, it's what you'd expect from Oscar.
Oh,
It's a great smoke.
I kind of look forward to that showing up.
I do too. Now, as I pull out the business card, because I'm the asshole who can't remember, I ran into Frankie and Miguel Rodriguez from Bakersfield Gentlemen, and they said they would be interested in doing a show with you guys.
Oh, awesome.
So let me codify how this all happened. As most of you know, we don't ever put anybody down or anything like that on the show unless
Only
it's
Greg.
Unless it's me.
Yeah.
When my psychologist bill will be coming to the two of you shortly. So I get this text message. Little do I know Robinson gets the same one. And it says, I don't know what you guys said about the Bakersfield Gentleman on the show. Or no, it says, I hope you didn't say anything bad about the Bakersfield Gentleman on the show because they want to collaborate with you. And I misread it. I don't know if Scott did too, but I misread it, right? So I'm immediately firing text messages at Craig. When he doesn't answer me, I call him and I'm like, dude, what the hell are you talking about? We've never said anything about them on the show. And I get this, it was a joke. Relax.
Yeah.
I just talked to him and they want to do a show with you guys.
I just wanted to stress you out a little bit.
Well,
It's
you
more fun that
succeeded.
way.
Yeah,
Well,
apparently
yeah.
it worked.
Yeah, I felt like I was driving down the street, and you know how when a cop comes behind you and you're just like, I'm going to drive really good because I don't want to see those lights go off. That was me when you said that.
Whatever do you mean, Mr. Robinson? I couldn't even get that out with a straight face.
Wow. Gee, thanks.
Tell us about your experience in the whitest neighborhood in California there, Mr. Robinson.
Oh, I got a story, but that'll come later. That story will take way too long to explain.
Oh, good times.
So
Is it a Karen story? Because I always love those.
Oh, no, it's the type of story that kind of pisses my wife off because I tell the story of when I get pulled over, and it's not the way you think. It's basically one of those, pull me over, license and registration, and as she says, you put on your platinum Visa card voice. How are you doing, officer? Nice day we're having, aren't we? And what usually happens...
Lovely uniform, sir.
Yeah, what usually happens is, sir, you do realize you blew that stop sign. You know, you really shouldn't do that. I said, you know what, you're absolutely right. I wasn't paying attention, did a California stop. Completely my fault. And he says, well, You drive careful now. Take care. Not how you expected that story to end, huh?
Yeah, apparently we're not doing this later.
No. The good story.
Yes. There
Oh,
is
yeah. We'll talk about that one at a later date.
That could be story time with Unky Robinson at a certain point.
Yeah, all you got to do is ask for it. I'll give it to you.
that. Oh, boy.
So,
But
Have you guys talked about the Flaming Badger story yet?
yes.
yeah, we did that
We did a
one.
whole show around that
That
one.
was a great story.
So what was what new trends are you seeing? Anything interesting coming out?
Well, I mean, new releases, there were some, but not a lot because, I mean, with production issues right now, everybody's just trying to make sure they can make what they need to make. So there were new stuff, but not like years before where there'd just be tons of new items. But James with Sinistro, I tied up with him, and he's the white gold edition, the pre-release we had that is finally being released, and we're getting those in. We're getting some more of the Mr. Red Candelas back in as well, because those are makes a couple times a year, so we get them when we get them. And he also gave me a cigar to smoke that he's not selling. It was for his son's graduation from college, so I'm going to smoke that later. I couldn't tell you what it's made out of, but I'm going to enjoy it. It'll be good.
Must be nice to be your own manufacturer there.
It is. It is really. It has its benefits.
Right on.
And let's see, what else was really cool? Right, we already talked. Well, we're getting in the Dreamer, which is a Lancero by Pichardo, and then his line as well at Toros. We're getting all those in. And the one I smoked was the Mexican San Andreas, and I got to smoke the Natural Connecticut at the show, and those were really good cigars. Just creamy, smooth, just like when Larry lit up the Sergeant, just from puff number one. It was just, man, this is a elegantly good smoke. They were great.
Craig, do you get the feeling, just based on what I've heard since we've been talking, starting at breakfast, is there more Mexican San Andreas stuff coming out than we've seen before? Because that's the second or third time that Mexican San Andreas has come up today, and I've never noticed that to be a real popular tobacco, a real popular blend until recently.
I mean, there's been quite a few that have been out for quite a long time. The Island Gem is the Mexican San Andreas.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Then you've got the Christoph. Then you've got, why is it every time I'm on the spot, my mind goes blank? I have many in that humidor that are Mexican San Andreas that have been out for 5-6 years at least. But I would probably say there's an uptick in it, but it's really good tobacco.
No, it absolutely is. Everything that I've smoked that's Mexican San Andreas, I've been real happy with it. And if you've listened to the program at all, you know I'm an Island Jim fan. Those cigars are amazing. And I'd forgotten about Christoph's Mexican San Andreas, honestly. I may have to pick up a couple of those before I leave today.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I really need to expand my horizons when it comes to the Mexican San Andreas. Me, I'm a Nicaraguan. I love the Nicaraguan blend. Again, for the 50 millionth time, Illusion is my shit.
If it helps you get into the Mexican San Andreas, just think of a really fine Latina saying, "Ay, papi," while you're smoking it. That'll help. And Sue, love you.
Wow. Good save there, Craig.
Are you trying to get me killed?
Yes.
So, if you're interested in being the new host for Beyond the Humidor, write to us at...
We'll be taking interviews.
Yeah, write to us at ripscott@lumascigarcartel.com.
Well, folks, it's been a fun ride, but
Apparently one foot's in the grave, the other one's on a banana peel.
yeah, pretty much.
Named Poppy.
So, we haven't seen Rocky in, well, for us, several years now. How's the man himself?
Well, he's doing good, dressed to the nines as usual. I met Rocky at the show. I met Nish at the show.
Oh, right on.
If you guys haven't met Nish, sorry to interrupt you, that man is a blast.
He is a blast.
Yeah, he's funny as hell. I like Ash.
I know Nimish was there, but I didn't find him, so I didn't get to meet him. I met
Hamlet?
he was there somewhere. I didn't get to meet him, but I know he was there. I met Kurt, the guy who owns 724, and we got some more of those Lanceros coming in.
Fantastic.
Because, we had to have them.
Well, yeah, I mean, that is a brand. That's a brand we need to put in a future show because it's such a great cigar and a good flavor profile. It works for a good medium-bodied smoker, and even you two and Maduro guys, I think, would enjoy it too.
Okay.
It's a great Brazilian Maduro, super smooth, mild, but got the flavor.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll give it a blast.
Oh, yeah.
What's the worst that could happen, right?
It's not box press, that's for sure.
There we go.
Anything but box press, right, Larry?
It's there's a few that I'll do, but yeah, I'm just
But there was just a trend over about maybe 2 or 3 months. We were just
Yeah, you
we
guys
went
just
box-
hammer me with the box press cigars. I was like, yeah, all right. Everybody's got a turn in a barrel.
True.
So, what if you had to say there was something that surprised you about either a line coming out or maybe a manufacturer taking a new direction or something like that? Did you see anything like that you were kind of like, wow, I didn't expect that?
Not really.
Everything pretty predictable, coming out of COVID, just focusing on the manufacturing stuff, trying to keep the lines they got going, huh?
That's probably the main thing, right? Because, there's production issues everywhere, not just in cigars.
Oh, no, absolutely.
So it's just a problem worldwide right now. But there were some new interesting blends, but there wasn't a lot of crazy new things like you'd expect. So it's really toned back. This is actually the first year they did PCA. They were going to do it last year, but, the coof happened. So that got canceled. But, yeah, it was pretty good.
I'm thinking we'll see more and more slowly but surely once the supply chain gets in order.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the bigger things. With everything, with post-COVID and that one freighter out of the Suez Canal, which will, that mess.
Well, I think the other thing to think about too is, we have never talked about it because frankly, it's such a disaster to try to get involved in. I think the industry is waiting too, and Craig, you might want to share your opinion on this one, but the industry is waiting for the FDA to make up their mind whether they're going to do tobacco like cigars like cigarettes or what, because right now it's still in limbo.
Oh, yeah. That's always the issue. The FDA's sticking their nose everywhere they can, and you just kind of have to go with the flow until otherwise. So there is quite a bit of holding pattern with that. Like the whole, are you going to have to put on that warning, this is like a cigarette tag or not? That's still flip-flopping back and forth. So it is what it is right now.
And I know the grandfathering in of lines is still being done. And I know, it's one thing we need to reach out to Senator Rubio at a certain point because that cat is a huge cigar supporter, being a Florida resident and a senator. And, maybe he can shed some light on what's going on because I know there's a couple bills that are being chaired in the U.S. Senate and Congress right now to exempt premium cigars, period, end of story. So that might be worth us looking into, too.
I would love that to happen.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Senator Rubio, if you're listening, give us a call.
Shameless plug installed here. Yeah, no worries.
Hey, I didn't put a Kevin Kiley for governor plug in here. Oh.
Yeah, you did.
Why? Just why?
And it was at that point that the ratings hit the wall.
But, it's one of the things that I would love to go to the show at some point. And us being a media organization, we could, in theory, get passes to go in.
Insert shameless plug here.
Yeah.
I didn't insert the plug. I'm just saying I want to join. But anyway, because I think it would be fun to go and, watching Matt and Garrett on How About That Cigar and the fun that they had doing all the interviews and stuff on their Facebook Lives. It was a blast.
No, that was cool. I really dug that. But talking to some folks with regards to PCA, the whole point of PCA is for cigar retailers and cigar manufacturers to do business.
Well, yeah.
which is one of the big things. And I know maybe a couple of years ago, there was a little bit of backlash there. They weren't giving out media passes to the extent that maybe they are now.
Yeah, they are now. There were a lot of media groups there.
Yeah. Because, in some respects, do you think that interferes with the business of the day or, and it's one of those interesting arguments as far as media being there with these guys conducting business.
Well, the way it read for me, because I was following PCA, I've been following PCA since we started the podcast. They have the last day of the show. So Friday's the opening. And then Saturday, Sunday, Monday, they usually conduct business. Tuesday, the itinerary was media day. Okay. So they actually plan a day where the cigar community media can come in there and talk to everybody and do various things.
Well, see, I would dig that because I'd hate to be feeling like an interloper, shoving a mic in someone's face while they're trying to do business.
Well, and I know, like with Matt and Garrett, in watching how they were doing it, is they would go to a booth, and if it was convenient for them to talk to them, they would. If it wasn't, they moved on. And I think that's just respect as a media outlet to respect them conducting their business with their retailers.
Yeah.
I'll just tell you the experience I had. I went over to a booth. I didn't have an appointment, so I just went over there when they weren't busy. Sat down and talked some business, and then two guys from the media came over, and guy's wife said, no, will you come back a little later? This guy, we're doing business. Come first. And they're like, okay, thank you. It's like, I kind of felt like a king.
and I think that's the whole thing is if you have, as a media outlet, if you have respect for what they're trying to do, it'll get you a long way. And as far as you can circle back again and talk to them.
No, I'm in total agreement on that.
Mm-hmm. And some of the setups, Oscar's booth, I don't know who the organization was, but they had this really cool mic stand with an iPad on it to do their filming and everything with a wireless headsets with mics in them hooked up. I mean, it was, dude, we got some equipment we got to look into. But that's for another show.
It's for another time.
Yes.
Yes.
But overall, I mean, what'd you think of the whole experience?
It was a great time. I mean, I met Trey when I was at Aladino with JRE. He's the guy one of the guys I went to Honduras with, and who still hired him to be one of his reps. And it was a good time. We sat down and had a good conversation. I got to talk to Justo. I talked to Vivian, his wife, and I met Sen. I can't remember her name. I think it's. Anyway, she was a lady who was running the house and doing all their finances when we were on Honduras, basically. She's the one who kept everything together, Justo and his wife. When Vivian says something, that's just how it goes. You know how it is.
No, we're not familiar with that at all,
right?
Scott.
It's definitely not like here, women run the household. That no correlation with over here how it works.
But, I think it's an event we have to get to. I mean, one of the next year, Craig, I would like you to plan to go to not Big Smoke, the Rocky Mountain Cigar Festival. I think you'd have a ball.
I'm sure I would. Walk around, talk to people, socialize.
Conduct more business.
More business.
Mm-hmm.
Cha-ching.
Yeah, to be honest, I wouldn't mind doing another Big Smoke within the next couple of years.
I think, yes, but I want to do... I want to do the one in Florida this time.
Yeah.
The Big Smoke and the Cigar and Whiskey Fest that that Cigar Aficionado puts on. I think that would be a fun one to do.
Yeah, that sounds like it could be all right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, not to mention, depending on where it is in Florida, there's the J.C. Newman factory to tour. What's the name of the one, Craig, where Maria Sierra used to roll at?
El Titon de Bronze.
El Titon is in Florida.
Oh, there you go.
And you can basically walk in and go, hey, can we look around? And they're all always like, yeah, no problem.
Nice.
So, I think that would be a fun show to do too, where we can get your digital SLR with the video function and do some work with that. But, what do you guys think? Scott, start with you on that cigar. You're halfway through it now.
Halfway through it, as the tobacco warms up on the back end, the taste of it, it's getting to that woodsy point, but it's still, I'm feeling the full body. And I think Campfire kind of covers it, but without the marshmallows and the graham crackers. But getting like that really backwoods campfire kind of feel to it. Not a bad thing, but I'm enjoying it. This is good stuff. I wish I could get more of these.
And don't forget the apricots and honeysuckle.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Not getting those.
Sergeant?
This is a really smooth, heavy draw. It's a darker flavor. I'm almost getting like a coffee out of it now. But it's just amazing. The flavor has just gotten better as we're coming through the stick, and not a super tight wrap. Even looking at it, so you're getting a really good even draw, a ton of smoke through this through the cigar. I'm really happy with this. I can't wait for these to come in. I'll definitely get a few of these.
What I really want to hear about is the Rocky Patel 60th.
So, let's start this off with, this is Rocky. It is perfect. There's nothing wrong with it. I can't have any complaints. I hope, Craig, you've got this coming in. I think you said 10 boxes in various sizes, because it is, I'm going to go out on a limb here. This is a take your ass to flavor country cigar.
It better be a really thick branch.
Yeah, it has to be to hold up my 310 pounds.
Wow, that was good.
I'm going to say this.
My mouth was open and everything. I was like, "What the hell did he just say?"
Did you hear what just happened here? Take your ass to flavor country.
I got it right. I
That's
didn't
my
pull.
boy.
I didn't pull the guy on you.
I think it's written on his hand.
It is. See? So, from much like the one you're smoking, Larry, from the moment I lit it up, the flavor was intoxicating. It's probably one of the best cigars I've ever smoked, and that's not because I know Rocky personally, but it just is. He has this unique talent to blend the various leaves, or whoever's doing his blending for him. And this one, it's smooth. For Maduro, again, it's creamy. The sweetness has disappeared, but it's got a rich, warm, very umami flavor to it. Very, Japanese extra flavor timing out.
Question.
Umami.
Hang on. For those us laymen who don't do food, what the hell does umami mean?
Thank you. I was just about to go there.
And you watched Good Eats, Robinson. I'm disappointed in you. The
Just
umami.
give us the.
Okay, there's salty, sweet, sour, and savory, but there's sometimes you get a flavoring that's just extra powerful and extra savory and really completes a flavor. In Japanese food, for example, the broth is everything when you're talking about soups and consommes and stuff like that, and it just has a little something extra that gives it that little bit better flavor that you're just like, wow, I really want to have this again. Does that make sense?
And that's called what?
Umami.
Salt.
Umami.
It's called umami.
Okay.
But
We call it Tabasco, but
yeah. But the flavor notes of cedar, of campfire, of there's coffee, there's chocolate. There are so many different profiles as you smoke through this cigar. It changes. I'm now on my second or third change in the Robusto size that I was smoking. So it's one that you got to try it when we get it in here. And I'm slightly jealous that you guys didn't get to try. Not jealous, wrong word. I'm slightly amused that I got to smoke it, but it sounds like from what you guys got that you guys got great sticks too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Now this thing, the thing I'm really enjoying about this is the flavor just kind of slides away, and it's just really, really deep and rich, and then just kind of passes away. Yeah, man, I can't wait for these to come in. This is a great stick.
Say, where'd our tobacconist go?
He's handling business of the day.
Well, we're almost done, so
Oh, yeah.
if they want to give us a second, we'll be ready to wrap up here.
Oh, yeah.
But last but not least, once he gets set down and gets his accoutrement back on, You know, I know we've talked about the
What the hell? Did you watch like the French cooking channel before you showed up? I've heard unami and accoutrement.
umami.
Whatever. And accoutrement.
Don't
was
ever
watching-
don't ever say umami again.
I was watching Poirot last night.
It's
So-
kind of like Oh Sunny.
Wow.
That's an inside joke. Sorry, you guys aren't hearing that one.
Hey, you will never ever hear the significance of that joke on the podcast.
No.
Ever.
So how about that Ritmo, Craig?
Oh, I love this cigar. You know, it just keeps getting better. Just that floral notes, smooth, gets a little bit of earthy taste to it. It's just a good cigar.
And by the way, if you like Craig, look out for more videos with him. We're gonna have him help us out with some how-to videos with you guys.
Indeed,
But,
it'll be fun.
Final thoughts on the trade show, Craig?
Well, I mean, I had a blast. Got to socialize with a lot of people, meet some people I never met before, meet some people I have met before. I met Tony and Patrick from La Polina, had some good conversations, and we're getting, I don't know how many we're going to get because everybody was ordering it. It's the Goldie Prominente, and there was 300 boxes, and you can only get it at the trade show. And there were so many orders that they don't know how many anyone's going to get or if you're going to get anything. So there's that. And there's also the Laguito #1 in the Goldie that they're doing. And that was 1,000 boxes, so I don't know how many I'm going to get of that one either, but I want it. And they also have a 125th anniversary La Polina that was blended by Sam Phillips from Oliva and 7-8-year-old tobacco, and I can't wait to smoke that.
7 to 8-year-old or 78-year-old?
I wish it was 78-year-old, but we're talking a couple of grand at that point with a cigar.
Yeah.
But 7 to 8, so I can't wait to smoke that one.
Craig, I don't know if you'd have the answer to this, but how many retailers were present at this, roughly?
I don't have the answer to that one, but it was definitely smaller than years previous, so we'll see how it picks up from here on out.
So are we talking a few hundred from across the country, or, you know, is the number thousands, or is it, you know, way lower than that? I mean,
Probably closer to with a few hundred, maybe a little more than that.
Okay. That gives us a little bit of an idea, you know, where you stand and, you know, what you're actually possibly going to get out of a 1,000-box run.
Yeah.
If there's 4,000 vendors there, that kind of makes it a little bit smaller chance.
Well, I mean, it's how many retailers showed up. I have no idea how many retailers showed up to that. There were a lot of people there.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of people there, and there was a lot of people doing business. That's one thing I heard from all the vendors. There people were buying.
Well, and it's the world's back open, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
we want to get out and do what we were accustomed to doing, whether, you know, whatever that is, eat, drink, be merry, you know, and just do our thing. Mm-hmm. Well, cool, man. I'm glad you had a good time. Sounds like it's definitely something we need to look at as a media outlet for sure.
Yeah, I think so too.
So,
Yep.
yeah. Appreciate you coming on and sharing your experiences with us.
Yes, thank you very much.
Oh, we need to talk about Ellie Blue because we're getting
okay.
some of that in. So Ellie Blue is like DuPont, right? They just make gorgeous humidors, lighters, and cutters, and we've got some of that stuff coming in. And I had to order a lighter and a couple of cutters for myself because they were just beautiful. I mean, just what you expect from DuPont, they're just gorgeous.
Well,
just
same price point as DuPont, or, you know, roughly.
yeah, in the same ballpark.
Okay.
I mean, they don't do anything cheap. It's all high quality, just beautifully made stuff.
Awesome. I look forward to seeing that.
Yeah.
I
I've
got
seen-
some pictures as well. I'll give you.
Ron showed me a picture of one of the things that's coming in here, and it was like, he's like, and don't think the picture was stunning. And Ron goes, I've seen the video of Vicky FaceTiming Ron with that, and or Ron saw that, and he goes, dude, pictures don't do this thing justice.
Oh, awesome.
That's the one you were telling me about, wasn't
Yes,
it?
it's the one you should think about buying.
Oh, is that right?
It is.
A little sales up there.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
Commission? No commission.
no commission.
Oh, look at that.
I just think the color and the way it looks, it would fit Mr. Robinson.
Greg being a helpful beaver.
Would I try?
I'd love to sell Mr. Robinson at $6,000 humidor. I'd love that. Well, we should make that happen, don't you think?
I think so. We should.
Sue, you need to give him permission. That's all I need, and I'll sell him one. Just tell me yes, and I got the rest covered.
Yeah, being the fact that my wife now listens to these podcasts.
And we're not softballing nothing, Pastor.
Nope.
Now using her against you is just part of the program now.
No, honey, this humidor only cost me $150.
How did we end up with 28,000 miles on our miles card? That must be a typo.
But yeah, I do look forward to the Ellie Blue stuff coming in because it is stunning.
She's gorgeous.
Sweet.
All right. Good times.
Well, looks like my smoke is nearing the nub, and the scotch glass obviously is empty, so I think it's about that time. I want to thank our guest, Craig Perry, and as usual, Larry and Greg. Hey, thank you guys for listening. Check us out on LumaCigarCartel.com. Like and share us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. Don't be a stranger. Let us know you guys are out there. I'm Scott Robinson. On behalf of all of us here at Beyond the Humidor, we look forward to chatting with you on the next episode. But until then, take care, stay safe and healthy, and good smoke, good drink, and good life.